got hurt on the job. What do? That's called a workers' compensation claim. And it's really important that you hire Schwartz and Associates injury lawyers because those cases can be really challenging. Workers' compensation was created by the legislature in Mississippi many decades ago, and there are so many rules and hurdles and procedures that you have to follow to ensure that you are going to get the benefits that you deserve. And what are those benefits? Pay while you're off of work, getting your medical bills paid, ultimately getting a settlement depending on the type of injury you had. So it's so vitally important to hire a law firm that knows how to handle workers' compensation cases and has a team dedicated to them like Schwartz and Associates Injury Lawyers does. So what happens? You get hurt on work. You're picking up a box of copy paper and you feel a pain in your back. You have an affirmative duty to report that to somebody at work. That could be your HR director, that could be your boss, that could be your shift manager, but you have to report that injury. If you don't report that injury, it is so difficult to have a successful workers' compensation case. So report the injury. If one of your coworkers was there with you, make sure you share that you had a witness when you were reporting that to your employer. And under the rules, it says you have 30 days to report it. Don't wait 30 days, report it immediately. It is so vitally important that you report it immediately so that you can get the medical care that you deserve and need to get on the road to recovery. And what do we talk about when it comes to medical recovery? This is where it gets different than a typical auto accident case. Your employer can direct where you get medical treatment early on. And if you accept that, that can become your choice. So that's why you need Schwartz and Associates injury lawyers, because our workers' compensation attorneys can guide you through the whole medical treatment process. What doctor to go, what doctor you have to choose. Have you already chosen a doctor? There's a whole chain of referral. So as you can tell, it's so complex, and I'm only touching the tip of the iceberg right now as we talk about workers' compensation cases. The other key is you've got to keep your employer informed. As you go and get medical treatment, the doctor's keeping you off of work, you've got a duty to keep your employer informed about, are you able to work? Are you not able to work? Did the doctor say you could do light duty? Does the employer have light duty work available? That's where our dedicated and wonderful team of workers' compensation attorneys is going to be able to assist you through this process to ensure that you are following the necessary steps to get the maximum dollars that you're entitled to under your workers' compensation case. I know a big question we get is, if I file a workers' compensation case, is my employer going to fire me? Most employers in Mississippi are wonderful and want their employees to get well. They hate when an employee gets hurt at work and they just want them to recover and get well. Under Mississippi law, an employer can fire anyone for any reason at any time. So are there some times where maybe the employer's not going to do the neighborly thing and is going to potentially let you go for filing a workers' compensation case? They could. The positive is that enhances the value of your workers' compensation case. And our attorneys are going to ensure that that is used to your benefit and that the workers' comp insurance carrier understands what your employer did. But you can tell just from watching this video how absolutely complex, challenging, and confusing a workers' compensation case can be. So hiring Schwartz and Associates injury lawyer is going to take such a burden off of you. It's going to allow you to focus on getting well and is going to allow us to focus on ensuring your legal rights are protected and that you are able to get every penny you are entitled to under the Mississippi Workers' Compensation Act. So it just takes one call, that's all, to hire us and get started on your case.